How to leave a rude person. Speechless. Have you ever wondered why some people lose their dignity reacting to rudeness, while others remain untouched, untouchable, and unbothered? What silent weapon do they know? What if real strength wasn't about clapping back or outsmarting a rude person, but about mastering a deeper, invisible power within yourself? Imagine becoming someone whose very stillness disarms provocations, whose presence renders insults powerless. Let's uncover how to walk that path, how to leave a rude person speechless. They want your reaction. The moment their words cut through, the air, the smirk, the insult, the disrespect. It's not just noise, it's bait. They want your fire, your anger, your weakness. But what happens when the man they try to provoke doesn't move? What happens when they realize their worst cannot touch your best? You leave them speechless. Not by fighting back, but by not lowering yourself at all. This is not about pretending to be calm. This is about becoming the kind of man who no longer needs to pretend. Let's walk through how we do it. Not with pride, not with arrogance, but with an inner stillness carved from discipline. This is the path of the unshakable. 1. Remember their rudeness reveals them, not you. If anyone tells you that a certain person speaks ill of you, do not make excuses about what is said of you. Instead, answer, he does not know the rest of my faults, else he would not have mentioned only these. Epictetus, Enchiridion 33. A rude person is not powerful. They are exposed. They have lost their grip and they want to pull you down into their chaos. But what they cannot handle, what they cannot comprehend, is a man who sees through them and stays still. We do not rush to defend ourselves. We do not match tone for tone. We let their words echo in the space we refuse to fill. Why? Because we understand something they don't. No insult can stick to a man who knows who he is. We are not mirrors. We are mountains, and rude people break themselves against us while we remain unmoved. 2. Do not interrupt a fool. Let silence humiliate him. Better to trip with the feet than with the tongue. Zeno of Citium. A fool is loud. A fool needs your reaction to feel important. But when you give him nothing, no defense, no anger, no eye contact, only your silence, still deliberate and full of meaning, he begins to realize he's alone. Let them talk. Let them twist themselves into knots. Let them try to provoke you with volume and venom. But say nothing, because nothing pierces deeper than silence from a man who could destroy you with words but chooses not to, not because he's weak, but because he's too strong to waste himself on those beneath his standard. 3. Disarm them with unexpected calm. A wise man is indifferent to everything which he cannot control. Seneca, Letters to Lucilius. They expect rage. They expect you to snap. So instead, smile not sarcastically, not bitterly, but calmly, with total command of yourself. Say one line, if anything. I hope whatever made you this angry heals soon, and then walk away. This is not for them. This is for you. Because the real victory is not in how clever your reply was, but in how complete your control was. Let them sink into the embarrassment of realizing they were loud for nothing. Let your peace punish their chaos. 4. Realize that the strongest response is no response. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Marcus Aurelius, Meditations, Book 6. You want to leave a rude person speechless, then make them irrelevant to your state of mind, because the moment you give them your peace, you've handed them your power. We do not give our emotions to the undisciplined. We do not donate our attention to noise. We guard our reaction like a king guards his crown. Because we've learned, the moment you show them they cannot affect you, you win every time. Not because you shut them down with words, but because you shut them out of your world completely. 5. Let your life speak louder than their words. You want to silence them, then outlive them, outwork them, outdiscipline them. Let your character become so undeniable, your peace so deep, your habits so consistent that nothing they say can make sense anymore. Let your presence become the reminder of what they could never become. As the Stoics taught, virtue is the only good. And the man of virtue doesn't need revenge. He needs only to live well. And that is the loudest silence you will ever give. You don't silence a fool with louder noise. You silence him by being untouchable. Subscribe if you're done letting the weak control your mind. Share this with the ones who walk with quiet power and never need to raise their voice. Conclusion. You don't defeat rudeness with clever insults or louder noise. You defeat it by rising so far above it that it can no longer touch you. Through mastering silence, controlling your reactions, protecting your peace, and letting your life speak for itself, you walk a path few dare to tread. True dominance isn't in fighting to be heard. It's in becoming so strong, so steady, and so centered that no attack finds a place to land. Guard your peace like treasure. Carry yourself with quiet, unshakable dignity. And remember, the loudest victory is the life lived beyond the reach of fools.